Good afternoon, writers. Today I want to focus on our writing time tomorrow. Tomorrow you will begin writing your autobiographies. Remember we talked about today that an autobiography, is an account of someone's life written by that person. This is different than a biography. Anyone could write a biography about someone else. That would be writing about the story of someone else's life. But only you can write your autobiography, because it is a story that is written by you, a story about you written by you. Tomorrow, to be prepared to get started on your rough draft or your first copy of your autobiographies, you need to have these things with you. Your timeline, which you have here. You've already finished those. And then you need to have a list of interesting or memorable facts. Here is a picture of, thank you James Robert for letting us borrow your timeline. This is a picture of your timeline. You all have those at school, so you don't need to worry about that. But if you could bring in a piece of paper from home, it could be on construction paper or white paper or line paper or scrap paper. But if you'll list some memorable events in your life. I've listed some here as examples. If you'll notice, they're from a variety of different things. Some have to do with sports, some have to do with the arts, some have to do with travel, and one actually has to do with something that was a little bit unfortunate that happened to me. But I'm going to talk about summer track meets that I enjoyed, breaking my foot in the 4th grade, dancing in the Nashville Ballet's Nutcracker, winning a state championship and an AAU national championship in track, and traveling to Europe. Those were the things that stood out to me about my childhood that were the most memorable. There were lots of other things that were memorable, but those are the ones that I chose to write about. Now, as you're thinking about that, you'll want to organize your thoughts when you get here tomorrow. So when you come with you'll have your timeline here, you bring your memorable events sheet. We'll put those together, and then as you write your first copy, you need to be thinking about an order of events. If you look up at the board, you'll need a beginning and middle and an end of your paper. Most of you are under 10, or you're all under 10, actually. So if you think about your life, it spans just under or up to 10 years. Think about the beginning of your paper. You'll be focusing on birth to 1 year. You'll need to be able to write 3 or 4 sentences about that. Obviously, you'll include your birthday and things like that, but it might be nice to have maybe a fact or two about your first, up to your first birthday. You should be able to find some of this information on your timeline. Next, the middle. That would be your toddler years. Think about things that happened to you as a toddler or things that you did, maybe some funny stories about you. That might be something to write down on your memorable events. And it'd be a great time to ask your parents, maybe to tell you a story about yourself. Lastly, the end. And when we mean end, we mean the end of your paper. School years, things that have happened to you since you've been in kindergarten and above. So think about those things. Come in prepared to write tomorrow. And we'll be able to get started writing these exciting autobiographies. Now for the secret password. For 1 classroom point, I'll expect everyone to have their memorable events written down on a piece of paper and given to me when I ask for them. That will be very important. Lastly, I'll expect everyone to write their name and the secret password on a sheet of scratch paper and put them in my bucket the first time you come to my room. So tomorrow's assignments will be worth 2 points. And the secret password is aardvark. If you listened really well when we talked about Roald Dahl and about Boy, Tales of a Childhood, which is also an autobiography written by him, you'll know why I chose aardvark for the secret password. Have a great night, and I'll see you all in the morning.